What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? It is us back with some really unfortunate news, as I'm sure you all have heard and know. A&B Combos Wrestling Edition has breaking news. It's pretty much all around the world right now. We feel some type of way. Before I get started, I want to make sure that we're looking good and we're sounding good. Yeah, I think we are. We're looking all right. As always, we want to give some shouts to the people. We're not going to take up too much of your time. There's a lot going on.
He says that every time.
There's a lot going on, and we do not want to waste any time. We want to get right to it because we know everybody feels one way or another about this. So first and foremost, Khalid Muhammad, Wrestling Bray Wyatt, first in line.
What's up?
We acknowledge you.
We
acknowledge you. We have Isaiah Smalls. What is going on,
Hey,
Isaiah? What up, Jedi Knight 88? Good to see you.
What up, Jedi Knight?
Yes, he did fire his own son, Shane McMahon. That is a fact, Jack. That happened. Yeah, that happened. I gotta gather my thoughts on this. Joe Davidian, good to see you. Brock Gunther still happening. Gunther eliminate Brock. It will happen. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it, but we still have some unfinished business with Braun and Gunther. So one step at a time. Who else do we have in line over here? Oh, wow. We got some good conversations going on. What up, Zay?
Hey, Zay.
Good to see you, Jay. And, of course, Jaden Winchester.
Hey, Jaden.
Good to see you. You the real one.
Jody Bennett in the house.
Woo! What up, Jody? Good to see you in here, Jody. Who else do we have in here? We got a few folks. Quantaven Moore. Hey, Quantaven. We're doing okay. We could be doing a lot better. I don't know why Bone Crusher is moving the camera. We really need you not to move the camera, Bone Crusher. But I've actually turned the camera.
Did she?
Oh my goodness. She literally moved the camera. Hold on, let me move the camera back just a smidge. Because
like
she done moved it.
Like that?
She done moved it.
I think that worked. Didn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Are we all right? Yeah, I guess we're all right. I guess we'll leave it be. For now. Bone Crusher, don't do it. Don't do it, Bone Crusher. We love you. We love you, but don't do it. All right. Who else do we have in here? Yeah, we got Safe Emerald Armor. How are you?
Sophie in the house.
What's up, Sophie? Who knows what this new ownership is going to mean when it comes to the networks? What is happening in WWE right now? I don't know. Sahil, good to see you. Supermax 56. Wow, we got some people in here. Saudi Arabia. So Sophie says Saudi Arabia buying the WWE might not be all bad as long as it doesn't affect their TV rights contracts in any way. Okay, well.
No, I totally disagree.
The
way women are treated there's no way that they should do that to any of the women in the WWE.
NXT was meh tonight. We had a women's, Battle Royal or whatever it was going on? It was meh. Super chat right here. Big Sophie Dophie, the OG member. The WWE starting off 2023 with a lot of big and surprising news that nobody saw coming.
And not good news.
Look, Stephanie McMahon... It hasn't even been a year, man. It hasn't even been a year. What are we talking? 8 months? 8 months? And she is done? I have my thoughts on this. We may agree. We may disagree. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting conversation. Yeah, I will agree that there's definitely a lot of big and surprising news. Not necessarily all that welcoming. Carmelina, good to see you.
Hey, Carmelina, welcome.
What's up, Alexis Turner?
Hey, Alexis.
Tamira. Hey, now. What's going on, Tamira?
Pierce.
Good to see you in here. How are you? Yeah. Midwest Entertainment. Rest in peace, WWE Women's Division.
All right. That's true.
Wesley Franklin. Good to see you, Wesley Franklin.
Yes.
Always so kind and respectful. We appreciate you.
Yes, Wesley.
Wesley, it's me, Hammy C. What's going on? Love from Hawaii.
Hey.
What up, bruh?
What up?
Good to see you from Hawaii. We actually were planning a trip to Hawaii. I put a little money down on that. That trip did not happen, and I want my money back. But that's neither here nor there. If we come up to Hawaii, we'll come check you out.
Yes.
Rest in peace, B-Fab, Sarah Logan, and Dakota Kai, says Isaiah Smalls. Oh, boy.
Are we going to get to this topic or what?
I'm just, I got to give the shouts. I got to give the shouts.
We haven't
Brandon
really
Thomas.
discussed this yet.
Hey, you had a blast on Monday Night Raw last night. Fantastic. Where were you? We watch it and see. Did you have a sign? Did it say A&B Combos Wrestling Edition?
I think he would have led with that if that was the case.
He probably did. Cliffy G, what's going on? How are you? So
Welcome.
let's throw up this ticker and let's just get into it. Let's just get into it because there's no secret anymore. There's no shock. Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. Stephanie McMahon Levesque, however you pronounce Paul's real last name, has effectively resigned from the WWE. She resigned her position as co-CEO and chairwoman of the WWE. Now, this to me, this sucks. I'm not going to mince words. This sucks. How do y'all feel about this? Truthfully, right? Be respectful. Sophie Dopey's got another super chat right here. Stephanie leaving a week after her father returns. This is what I'm talking about. It hasn't even been a week.
Right. Not even a week.
It hasn't even been a week.
Yeah. So for all those people who thought it wasn't going to affect anything, for this to happen within less than a week, I don't have great faith that Triple H is going to hang in there. Because I think that Stephanie is going to ultimately just bow down to her dad. And if Triple H may too. I think Triple H will too. He's not going to divide a happy home. That's his father-in-law. And he's going to want to do what his wife wants to do.
Here's my thought on this. I think there's something more going on.
Oh,
there
so
was
much
being led
deeper.
on to be because, like we said in our last live, Vince McMahon has had this trump card in his back pocket this entire time that he knew he could play at any moment. It's no big shock to him that this was done.
Right.
I'm not even sure it was a shock to Stephanie or Triple H. Maybe they were hoping that he wouldn't end up doing what he ended up doing. Because over the last 8 months, Triple H and Stephanie have been rebuilding the shambles of a house that was the WWE and have been doing a great job. Again, not everything has been 1,000% on point, and we wouldn't expect it to be.
1,000% better than it was in his hands.
And now here he comes talking about, I want to negotiate the media rights. Are you seriously telling me that your people that were in place, because your own words, Vince, said you have a good management team in place, there's no reason to change anything. So then if you have a good management team in place, then why are you needed to do anything? Mm-hmm. If you're saying that your people are good enough, and clearly they're not, because you came in under the guise of media rights, which is bullcrap. You basically had the entire WWE by the cojones. You bring in 2 people that you fired, get rid of 3 people, and 2 more people step down immediately from that board of directors. And now we get word from Stephanie and from Vince, his people. Not only is he the chairman, he's the executive chairman of the board of directors. Basically, he is in God mode once again in the WWE. So why should we sit here and believe something that we grew up watching, something that we loved and enjoyed? Why should we believe that you would not further dismantle what was built?
Right.
Why should we believe that Triple H won't be dismissed or stepped down? And let's just talk about sales for a second. Would he go through all of this? Would Stephanie really step down if this was just about media rights?
Yeah, if he was just negotiating the sale, why would she need to step down for that?
Now, I see here there was a mention about Saudi Arabia. I heard Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is in the house. Roman Reigns, we acknowledge you. We acknowledge you, Roman Reigns. I heard Saudi Arabia wants to buy WWE company as a whole. We know that WWE and Saudi have been in bed for quite some time. We know there are people in the WWE that aren't feeling Saudi. And there are people that are like, well, you know, it's a good money deal and we can break down some walls and barriers, blah, blah, blah.
No way. It would never happen.
Well, let's just say that this really is about the sale of WWE as a whole. We said this last time. Saudi's got the money if they really wanted to do it. If they did, because it's like with Sami Zayn when they went over there last time, he refused.
Right.
There are people who don't want anything to do with this.
Right.
What exactly are we to expect from this product that is WWE now?
The woman would leave. I think every woman would leave.
I'll tell you what I would like to see. Remember when Zelina Vega was fired unceremoniously, talking about possible unionization? I promise you, more people than not in the WWE, especially the WWE Superstars, especially the female WWE Superstars, are concerned. Especially the superstars that were fired and came back under the new management banner are concerned. That they were sold a bill of goods.
Mm-hmm. I think that would make their contract null and void.
I want to see a walkout. I want to see, let me tell you something. There's nothing more jarring than a walkout. You cannot do this without wrestlers. And I'm sure there'll be somebody, there's always, like you've seen walkouts before in companies, there's always the scab that wants to cross the picket line. I got to work, got a family to feed. I got kids, baby. Totally get that. But you don't have a wrestling company without wrestlers.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if this really is about Vince McMahon, the genetic jackhammer, just, you know.
Can you imagine if Vince gets rid of Triple H and goes back in power, that every woman and every man who respects these women just do walk out and he doesn't have a show because he doesn't have anybody? It would be worse than COVID. COVID, you didn't have an audience, so it was okay that you were flopping a little in the beginning. You'd have an audience with nobody to present.
But you finally got to a point where the WWE was like, this is the place to be again. This is where you want to come. This is a safe space. And what's really frustrating for me, being proponents for the women's division, is the culture in the WWE, as we saw, was toxic. We saw a lot of issues with the women from management higher up. I personally feel, Stephanie, and I don't know, I'm not in the WWE offices. I just feel a woman in her position could have and probably should have done more to defend and protect the women in the WWE. But the fact that you had these allegations coming out, the fact that you were talking about passing these people around, whatever the case may be. And now you have this very same person coming back in, and the highest woman in the land is now gone. So now you got zero support.
Is that her protest? Her silent protest? She's not going to say it, but I'm leaving because I'm not going to be where
Makes me wonder. Is anybody going to tell the truth? This is what I want to know. You're no longer affiliated with the company. You have stepped down. I'm sure she still got some stocks. But she said, I'm going back home to my kids.
He's still her father.
My thing is this. She said time and time again, this is the company that I love. I love the WWE, have since I was a kid. I'm invested in this. I'm invested in the employees, everybody from the catering to the ring. Mm-hmm. So then put up or shut up.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
That's not that simple when it comes to a father-daughter relationship. This is her daddy. And at the end of the day, even if they're grown, you want to believe the best in the people that you love. And she's going to want to believe that these are lies. She's going to want to believe, because that's her dad.
Don't forget about the allegations. What you have to believe is the fact that now your dad bulldozed his way back in here.
Well, yeah, no, for sure. And maybe that was part of her. I mean, obviously, she left.
But I'm saying,
she knows that everybody was going to be like.
She could have still been co-CEO.
But maybe she wanted everyone to know that she wasn't going to be there with him.
And I'll tell you this. We, as our profession, we work with board of directors every day in our field. We can tell you from firsthand experience, it is rare for a board of directors to agree on anything collectively. It's even rarer for a board of directors to vote unanimously on anything. It is rare. The most they do is fight.
But what we have both seen is when you get the people who bully their way in and get all their people on the board and they're like, oh, we're just trying to make it a better place. Next thing you know, they fire everybody. They fire the management. They fire everybody that was working under him, everybody who was working with that board, and replace it with all their people, all their yes men. And they don't even have the kind of power he has. But we've seen it time and time again. I believe this is the first of many axes that are going to drop. And I honestly, if Triple H steps down or gets let go, I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
So that's what I'm saying, is that, and I said this in our Saturday Night Live event, that we've also been through a situation where somebody was gone, the head of an organization was gone, an interim was put into place, the interim comes in, the other heads that were still there said, hey, this person's just here to help us out, get on our feet, nothing's going to change. That was straight bullcrap. And anybody from that organization that is watching this, you lied to us. You screwed us, and you left a bad taste in our mouth. And that's exactly what's happened here. We're coming in, nothing's going to change. Less than a week later, the top manager,
CEO, right,
is gone.
Yep.
But nothing's going to change.
Your blood.
You fired. You immediately fired 2 board of directors. Your actions caused 2 other board of directors. 3 board of directors. Your actions caused 2 other board of directors to resign.
Basically giving them a new board.
So your management change started before you even walked through the door.
Right.
And now you got rid of your son. You forcibly got rid of your daughter. And I didn't say you fired her, but your actions have caused her to walk out.
Absolutely. It's not because she thinks it's in good hands. Please.
And I've said this about movies. I've said this about television, and I'm going to say this about the WWE. You don't do this for yourself. And this is the problem that McMahon now has.
Yeah.
You don't write a movie, you don't write a TV show just for the producers, just for the actors to watch in a closed room. You do it for us.
Yeah.
If you produce something that has the biggest budget, best stars, best writing, whatever the case may be, if we don't see it, we the people, it bombs.
Yeah.
This is facts. You have a show called the World Wrestling Entertainment that you're doing for the people. And the people are telling you, this sucks. But McMahon, Vince, could care less. He only is in it for him.
Yeah, he only cares about himself, his ego, and that no one could tell me what to do. It's my product. I'll come back if I want to.
So I gotta tell you, I'm a little pissed. I'm a little pissed because I really thought we were getting somewhere. We've said for so long over the last few years, the only way WWE is going to change is if Vince McMahon is 6 feet underground. And then the scandal happens. He cowardly tweets his retirement. This is what he did. He comes out twice.
And doesn't address it at all and act like nothing is wrong.
And then was a great keyboard warrior. Then, now, forever. At this age, it's time to retire. Oh.
Oh, now you retired because of bad advice and everything would have just blew over. Which means you're not sorry. You
At
don't
all.
care. Nothing's going to change in the future. Nothing.
So this is what I'm trying to say. I understand the idea of a daughter who loves her daddy, who wants to please her dad, who is grown up in this business. She knows Vince better than anybody. But this sucks. Once again, your dad, and I'm sorry to say this, shat all over you. He did. I refuse to believe that you're just like, oh, I gotta please daddy. I don't know. But I think there's a bigger picture. I think this is really a situation of, like I said, there's a bulldozer coming. There's nothing you can do to stop it. And all you can do is get out of the way. Like here in Los Angeles, we just had 2 days of ridiculous rain. Like it poured. Didn't stop. Nothing you could do. Like the storm is coming. I just need to grab my umbrella and get out of the storm. I think that's the situation.
That's where we are, absolutely. And from the minute that we heard the first breaking news about him coming back, and now with this, we already know. We're just waiting for the next breaking news moment. And I'm honestly scared that we're just not even going to watch this product anymore because I'm, as a woman, not going to continue to support it like nothing happened.
Okay. So WWE was just so this is confirmed that WWE has in fact been sold to Saudi Arabia.
Who told you that?
People are doing it in the chat.
I see one person saying that.
There's somebody else. WWE was just sold to Saudi Arabia.
I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Joe Davidian, WWE sold to Saudi.
I don't believe it.
I heard Saudi was interested about. I mean, WWE Isaiah Smalls, WWE sold to Saudi Arabia.
Give me your phone.
I feel bad for Triple H with his news. Well, we don't have him on. We don't subscribe to him. But
still, you just type it in. I want to see if that's true.
Well, let's see.
That's pretty breaking news.
We're
gonna look that up. We're gonna fact check right now.
WWE sold to Saudi Arabia. Let's see. Report. WWE sold to Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund. Let's see what we got. Twitter. WWE sold to Saudi Arabia. Let's see what this is. Here we go. Following the news of Stephanie's resignation, rumors began to surface about WWE's sale to Saudi Arabia was mentioned. First reported Saudi in Arabia's Public Investment Fund could be a possible bidder for WWE. On Tuesday night, Reddit user broke some news WWE has been sold. Sources. WWE has been sold to Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. The company will go back to being private. Unknown if Vince McMahon will return to head of a creative, but it is expected by some people.
I'm sorry, who is this person? Is there like someone that we know as a trusted person?
I don't know this person. Fightful Select. I mean, it's.
Did he say that?
I don't know. Let's
see.
The Fightful, is this confirmed? Vince McMahon returns. I don't know.
I see that.
Sap. Well, let's ask the people here. More on hot Saudi rumor that WWE's sale is done. They'll go private. Sean Rose Sapp. Have been confirmed. Can we get a confirmation on this? Who's got a news link? Who's got a news story?
Like does someone have like a reputable news place that is saying that they know this for sure? Because we have heard so many rumors and everyone swears to it. And then we find out that it wasn't true. Remember the whole thing about Sasha getting released? Everybody swore by it for like a day or two. And it wasn't true.
Hanan Ahmad, WWE sold. New owners are going to make WWE private. Like officially, NBC. Joe Davidian, Brock and Goldberg is coming back. We will see. We will see. I'm sure they're invested in Saudi if this is true. WWE sold. Jorge. Mansoor winning the Royal Rumble now. that might be possible. And
Wait, so
women's wrestling is dead under Saudi's rule.
Yeah, there's no way. I think that the women will walk out. That's insane.
Well, there goes Bill. Okay. All right, who's got a news link?
Anybody got a news link?
Breaking news. Sophie Dofi, thank you for that super chat.
Thank you, Sophie.
Saudi Arabia bought the WWE and they will make it private. Oh, right. This is the big news. Okay, so we want to just hold on, everybody. Isaiah Smalls, I think he said it right here. Right here, breaking news. Welcome to the new, what do we do this right? Welcome to the new world order of wrestling, brother. A&B Combos Wrestling Edition and the largest arms in the world has bought the WWE, man.
If only.
If only. If only. Wow. First off, we got a lot of people in here. We appreciate you guys joining us. Make sure you hit that like button. I don't like pandering for likes, but it helps us get out into the world.
Honestly, I need to know how many people find this as disturbing as I do. Like, I don't even understand what this could possibly mean for women's wrestling. And
Yahoo News is reporting it. Okay, let's see. And I'll tell you what, if we ran WWE Creative, man, let me tell you. Oh, it would be fantastic. It would be fantastic. Let's see. Do I have any news here? Yahoo Finance reporting anything? Not seeing it yet. I don't know. It might be easier to find. Yahoo Finance sold. I don't know. To pursue sale. I mean, I'm gonna just take. So let's run with it.
So let's say that that's true, and this is not just a rumor. What does that mean to all of you? Like, I would really like to know.
Hey, Samantha Poole. Yes, we actually were not planning on going live, but as soon as the Stephanie resignation news broke, we had to do it. And now this is a situation with Saudi Arabia. Okay, so look, I'm not going to say anything bad about Saudi Arabia. Okay, I don't know if the Saudis are listening right now, and I don't want any hacking situations. I'm simply going to say this: the Saudi shows have gotten better when they went over there, but this is a sad. If this is true, this is sad, and I feel for the women. This is going to go back to private, and you're telling me that Vince is going to go back to creative. What exactly are we looking at right now? Because we thought the biggest news in the last 40 years was Vince retiring. This aces that. Vince doesn't give the WWE universe what he wants. Like, come on. No, he does not. Vince doesn't care. If Vince cared about what people wanted, his son would still be there. Although I heard his son was acting a little crazy, but Stephanie would still be there. The shows would have been better. And now you're telling me that this has been a sale to Saudi Arabia that has no love for their women? What? And it's going to go back to private. So what exactly are the shows supposed to look like now? The televised Smackdown, Raw, NXT. What does this mean for the ladies? Oh, come on. This can't be right. This cannot be right. You know what? I know Tony's got some money. Does he have Saudi money? I don't know. At this point, I never would have thought to say the AEW should buy out WWE, but that would be worlds better than Saudi Arabia buying WWE. I want to hope against hope that this is not going to be the worst thing that's ever happened to this company. But I feel for every single employee that's part of the WWE, and I feel for the women's division right now. You're missing the latest breaking news, which is the Saudi sale. Hey, the Good Glow channel, good to see you. Women's wrestling is officially dead. WWE sold just sold to Saudi Arabia. Wow. Alexis Turner, good to see you. Roville Times, how are you? SS342, welcome. Rico Love Sosa. Yahoo Entertainment is confirming it. All right, so let's go over there. Let's go over there. Yahoo Entertainment. Do this in real time. Sold Saudi Arabia. Yahoo. 1 hour ago. World Wrestling Entertainment is reportedly being sold to Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. Okay. Same tweet. Steve Mulhausen. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. You someone in the chat? Okay, I see you, Jaden Winchester. I see you right there. Reportedly sold to Saudi Arabia. Okay. Just Wrestle Talk. Okay. It hasn't been completed yet. You're watching Fightful now. Okay. So it's still a rumor.
You know what, the Glow Channel, I completely agree with you. Like I don't know if I don't know if I don't know if I want to watch the product anymore. I don't know if I want to talk about them. I don't think I care what happens after this. I think that Vince literally just did the biggest FU he could, not only to all of us, but to particularly to the women.
Won't believe it until Sean tweets it out. Fair enough. Fair enough. If this is true, look, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't a believer that Cody was coming back. I said there was no way Cody Rhodes would return to WWE because you left because of the culture. You weren't getting what you wanted to get. You built a whole new promotion that is now thriving. And you left that promotion for whatever was going on there, because we've seen the culture change a little bit over there in AEW. You come back to WWE. I don't know. What do people like? Because Sammy, he was dead set against Saudi. Dead set against it. Now you're telling me that you are now going to be owned, allegedly, supposedly, confirmedly, is that a word? Confirmedly, by that which you refuse to be associated with, and now you're going to get your money from that. What does that mean for you? What does this mean for WWE's future? What does this mean for fans like us? What kind of product are we going to have? Because I promise you, I don't know what kind of control they think they're going to get. But I tell you this much, just like Vince McMahon coming in here, talking out both sides of his mouth, I promise you this is going to be the same situation. So I'm just like, hey, nothing's going to change. We're just the money people. Not a problem. Vince is going to run it. Hey, Vince, the NXT women. Little scantily clad. I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time. As Karen Cross would say, it's a matter of TikToks. I just DM you guys about WWE. Thank you, Jody Bennett. We appreciate that. We will check that out. AEW will become #1 officially. Sean Steigers.
Absolutely.
It's been a while. Good to
Hey,
see
Sean.
you, Sean. Hope everything is well. But if this comes out to be true, I love WWE, but even I got to draw the line somewhere. Facts.
Yeah.
First off, thank you to everybody that is joining us tonight for this special live. But yeah, this is facts. Look, let's just assume that everything is true for a second. Let's just say the Saudi deal is legit. It is happening. It's in the books. Like tomorrow, boom, headline news: WWE sold to Saudi Arabia. We've said for a long time, with the way that WWE has been running that product, that Vince has been giving the fans the finger. Now, legitimately, not only is he giving the fans the finger, he's giving his own company, his daughter, the women, especially. Okay, that sounded bad because that's part of the reason why he retired in the first place. He was doing stuff he shouldn't be doing with women, but he's giving them the finger. So, is this where we draw the line? I'm pretty sure most of us, let's just say this is real, and then once the deal is happened, because, takeovers take a while for everything to be put into place. You know what I mean?
It doesn't take long for these, and people don't have to wait. Steph stepped down to not be a part of this. It's not far-fetched now that we know that, to think Hunter is right behind her, and to think that the female talent and many of the male talent are right behind. You think Sami Zayn, what is he going to do? He wouldn't even go.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather vacate my undisputed WWE Universal title instead of losing to Mansoor. I mean, please buy WWE. Let's see what we can do. We know some investors. I know some very rich and powerful people. People from the Middle East, as a matter of fact. So I may be able to pull some strings. Let me see what I can do here. Shayla, what's going on? Shayla, you got the sales, rumors, news. Okay, we're gonna check that out. I've been watching WWE since I was a kid. Yeah, I'm telling you. This is what I'm trying to wrap my mind around here, because this is a product, like I was saying earlier, that you tell a story for something that you love, that you're invested in, these characters. I can only imagine what these people are feeling. If I were Stephanie, I would be making personal phone calls to every single person on the roster. I read small shareholders of WWE are planning to file a lawsuit.
I would too.
Do it. File a lawsuit. Do a walkout. I'm telling you, this is legit. This is clearly about money, nothing else. You don't give a damn about your people. You don't give a damn about the people. This is terrible. And that's the thing that sucks about this. Like I was saying, rarely do you have a board unanimously vote yes on anything. This vote happened, I promise you, because they had no choice.
Absolutely.
They had no choice in the matter. Stephanie's statement was gracious. I would have expected nothing less. She is a professional businesswoman. But I know deep down inside, the very company that she claims to love so much, for the second time, she's walking away from.
Speaks volumes about who Vince really is.
Come on, man. Now, Triple H is the breadwinner. Triple H, I don't see my man walking away. What I see is a statement coming out saying, WWE and I have come to an agreement to part ways. I see that. Probably get a nice little severance package out of it. But he was a part of, he was an integral part of this Saudi thing too.
How many
So I don't know.
will keep watching it if Triple H steps down? That's what I want to know. Steph is gone. The Saudi deal happened. Do you need Triple H to walk in order for you to stop watching it? Will you stop watching it if Triple H walks? Or are some of you just such diehard fans that you'll just watch it no matter what? Just curious.
Women deserve better. Hashtag that. Yeah, he really just gave a F you.
Yeah.
Vince ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've said many times that we're grateful and thankful for pro wrestling being where it is today, and Vince was an integral part in that, as were a lot of the superstars, as were a lot of the executives that were no longer here, as was people behind the scenes, for sure. Vince had a vision and he made it happen. But somewhere along the line, he lost that vision and it became just the Vince show. I'm sure it probably always was. He was just a little more willing to play ball.
But he wasn't. He was orchestrating this deal. He didn't care that it was doing well. He didn't care that we were enjoying it. He was just doing this deal and was like, I'm going to get you all.
But I wonder, because again, being in the industry that we're in, there's certain things that we have to be made aware of. Things are coming down the line. There's a renewal coming, that sort of thing that we have to prepare for. I'm pretty sure they knew a media rights sale renewal thing was coming down the pike. I wonder if they legitimately thought Vince was going to be hands off and they would just deal with it, or if they really knew Vince was coming back and it's just about the media rights. Like, I just wonder who knew what and how much did they know?
I don't know how that would ever get leaked. Like, I don't know that.
Because I'm saying if I were a superstar who was fired by Vince, and because of Laurinaitis and all that shenanigan crap, because that was crap, and I was hired back, I get a phone call from Triple H, and I come back under the Triple H banner, and now this happens, I'd be pissed. I'd be making some phone calls. I'd be in Stamford, Connecticut, knocking on doors. Somebody needs to tell me something.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to tell me that you didn't know about this. That's what I'm saying.
This is just so heartbreaking. I just can't really formulate words.
Wow. Will the USA Network and Fox give WWE new TV deals with the Saudi deal, or will they dump them? Let me say something.
Networks care about what people think, and you just had all these different Me Too movements and all this stuff. You think, are they going to go into deal with a Saudi company? I don't know. It's one thing that we do it all the time for oil or for whatever behind the scenes, but entertainment companies of that size, I don't know.
Saudi's got money, and money talks. I would not put it past USA and Fox that this is legit to initially say we're going to stick by WWE, but ultimately back out. And there's money that's involved here. There's a lot of changes that are about to come. This is going to change the Peacock network. Is this going to change? Like, what are we looking at?
Even more. Look what he said.
This is also kind of the fall of the Republic.
Right? It was like when the senator gained full control and everybody was just clapping.
Right?
Right? And Padme was like, this is how democracy dies.
I'm going to make a grand republic.
Disgusting.
My resolve has never been stronger. That's exactly what this is.
It's disgusting. I'm disgusted.
We thought the Emperor was finally vanquished. And my man pulls up from Exegol and just rips everybody a new one. For those that just joined us, thank you so much.
Okay, so Triple H and Stephanie needs to start their own company. Can you imagine?
So much talent would lead WWE for them. Well, look.
Can you imagine? Imagine they say F you back and they go to Tony Khan.
It happens.
Oh my gosh. And take the talent with them.
It happens.
That would be the only way to get him back.
I'm telling
Let
you.
Tony Khan get Stephanie or Triple H over there running his stuff. And let those talents follow them.
Exactly.
That would be giving him a taste
Let
of his
the
own
people
medicine.
leave.
Mm-hmm.
This is legit. Ink is on the paper. The deal is signed. Guess what? I ain't showing up to Monday Night Raw. You don't have a show.
Right.
NXT, bye-bye. Friday Night SmackDown, see ya. You got no wrestlers on your roster, bro. None. I'm telling you, a man like Vince McMahon with his ego, and he ran into the boardroom, ran roughshod, daughter now back at home with the kids. Somebody's got to stand up. If you're telling me this is a daddy issue thing and Stephanie's not going to stand up to daddy, somebody needs to. Somebody needs to do something. Because this is trash. Thank you, Steph. I can appreciate that. I still feel like she should have done more. I don't know what. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how much power can she have. You see how much power he has.
You left the company anyway. Now, I can say this. Maybe this is a situation like we said earlier. I've been through this, where a new board comes on, new head honcho comes in, takes a broom, gets rid of everybody. Make a little bit of noise. I'm not going out quietly. You can't treat us like this. Oh, really? Okay. Well, then the severance, I guess. Shh. Okay. I guess you don't want to feed your family. I don't know. Do you want to go quietly and get paid, or kicking and screaming and get nothing and just drag this out in court for years? It's your choice, because I'm here now, Steph. Maybe that's the situation.
I would love if people as powerful as The Rock and John Cena spoke up. They don't need the WWE. They don't need Vince's favor. They don't need anything from him. And if both of them took a stand and say, I will no longer come and be a part of WWE.
So now my question is, because we were still looking into tickets for WWE's WrestleMania event.
Mm-mm.
By then, I'm sure we will know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, what is going on with WWE. And if this is, in fact, a Saudi-sponsored, Saudi-owned company, do we want to give our hard-earned money to this? I don't know.
It's not I don't know. The answer is hell no.
Well, I mean, like in just us, like in general.
You know? We will not.
We gotta listen to the lady. Please, we gotta see Uncle Howdy. Oh, yeah, well, the Howdy mask is right back there. It's gonna be lit up. Just so you know, some stuff's gonna. You'll see. You'll see. We're still working on it. Thank you, Roland Bird. I appreciate that. Facts. What did you really think was going to happen when he returned?
Not Saudi. I thought he was going to sell it somewhere, maybe Disney, whoever. But Saudi?
Well, then you make a good point.
I mean, you know what? We did fear the worst. You're absolutely right. We did fear the worst. But I think it's like everything. You know what I mean? Like, people know that you could get in a car accident, but you don't think you're going to get in a car accident when you get into the car. But then when it happens, you're like, people get in car accidents every day.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Like, it was like we were getting a warning that something awful was happening. But everybody's like, no. It's not a big deal. It's not going to affect anything. And it's just awful.
Even Roman and Brock. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure, I bet you Mercedes is like laughing up a storm. Sad. But kind of like, oh God, I'm gotta get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are plenty of people.
That's what the Glow Channel's saying, that they left at the right time.
I'm sure the people who are not in the know, there's hierarchies, but rumors spread pretty fast. But I'm pretty sure there are plenty of people who didn't know anything about this in the WWE, like on the roster. Like they're just chilling and all of a sudden their phones are blowing up. What's going on? What do you mean?
Right.
Clearly we saw women go over there to try to break down barriers, which we appreciate.
And the extent of that has been that they still have to be completely covered. And
this is all we have right now. All we have is what we know about Saudi Arabia from, our own experiences from the news, from what we've seen through WWE. This is what we have to go on. And so we're surmising here. We're spitballing about the possibilities of what this is going to look like in the long run. And based off of that, I'm concerned. We're concerned. I think we have a legitimate right to be concerned. Because it sucks. Saudi Arabia, Hulk Hogan versus Austin Theory. Show of hands. And I see we got some super chats, so we're going to get to those. Why do we hate Saudi Arabia? It's
not about hating Saudi Arabia. The reality is that Saudi Arabia does not allow women the freedom to choose their own religion, to choose what to wear, to choose whether or not to walk away from their belief system. Anything. Their women are not free. And as long as a country is known for having women being oppressed in such a matter, why in the world would we want to put our support behind that? That doesn't make sense. We stand up for what's right.
It's a ploy to drive up. Well, I mean, it could be, Christopher. Anything is possible. The point is, we don't legitimately know.
Drive up the sale price. That's really interesting because I actually do have some stock in WWE, and I have no interest in holding it if this is true.
Goodbye,
I will
Oscar.
sell it immediately.
Three Diglets. What's going on, Three Diglets?
Up, Three Diglets?
We missed you last week on Saturday. So, 3 days ago?
Saturday.
Mansoor for World Heavyweight Hunk of the World.
Well, yeah. I think you're right on that one.
I mean, can we get him the Max and Male models?
All of a sudden, Max and Male models is
Max
your
and Male
new
models.
faction.
You know, we get them all in the Max and just get them all in the Max and Male models. We'll have Bray Wyatt be part of the Max and Male models.
Wow.
Have Uncle Howdy be part of the Max. I mean, this is we're just going crazy. This is go crazy.
The Max and Male models is a little too sweet, a little too fluid for Saudi Arabia, so that's not going to happen.
Right there. And Samantha Poole, thank you, Samantha Poole, for that super
Samantha.
chat. Thank you, Ridiculous, for that super chat. We appreciate you, Samantha Poole. Didn't Vince curse out one of the prince? Why would it be sold to Saudi? Alleged rumor.
Well, it's not sold to Saudi, the country. It's sold to a Saudi company, right? A public share.
Saudis, the Saudi.
Well, yes, but I'm just
or
saying,
whatever.
I just don't think, I don't know if the prince had anything to do with the sale. And maybe the prince wanted to buy it out of spite. You know what I mean? Even if he was involved.
There's always a, when you're dealing with other people, especially people of a different culture, there's always a little bit of, misunderstanding. There could have been a misunderstanding situation. People sometimes have a bit of a harsher tongue. Even people from New York City have a harsher tongue than people here in California. So yeah, maybe he did cuss somebody out. But you know what? Like I said, this is what talks.
Yeah.
Okay. You can cuss somebody out all you want, and that's all. You'd be like, hey, I got bands, I got stacks. I'm fanning myself with it. This is logs on the fire to us. So it doesn't really matter, even if that's the case, which is kind of crazy. I think WWE is all elite. I mean, please imagine for a second, we have, for the first time, I think ever, since the shows have been on the air, half the roster, if not 3/4 of the roster, gone, walked out. And it is just like it used to be back in the Monday Night Wars of WCW and the WWF. All of a sudden, you turn on Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and you have some superstars showing up in AEW. What is this, folks? Real, so I can't believe it. It's like a homecoming for good old JR. I think this is the only way. If this is legit and everybody has a feeling about this, like this is not the place I want to be anymore, this is the only way. I don't think anybody should grin and bear it. I really don't. I really don't. I want to respect everybody. And I know you got kids and you got families and this is all you know. Because we've seen some other, like especially some of the older school wrestlers, this is it. Wrestling is all they know. They've been doing this since they were a kid. That's the reason why you got guys like Ric Flair, doing this at 100 years old. Because they don't know anything else.
Right.
It's sad, but it is what it is. So it's like, what do you want me, like we watched thing with Roddy Piper. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm 50 years old. I've been doing wrestling for 30 years. This is it. Right.
What else is there? You're going to go work up the street at Denny's? Like, it is what it is.
I like a Grand Slam just as much as anybody. I'm a vegan. But still, do you think that we might have brought in new fans with these two big pieces of news?
Brought in new fans?
I mean, I'm sure. I think they brought in interest. I think it's more interest into what the heck is going on and concern, because it was a big deal when Vince retired. I mean, we reported it. We talked about it. It was a big deal. And
it was a good deal.
It was a good deal.
This is a sucky deal.
So yeah, he's destroying his own creation. Exactly. I hope I didn't miss a super chat. If I did, I'm going to go back and I think I saw you. All right, Dave Valensky. Thank you so much, Dave. How are you?
Dave.
Welcome. I stopped watching once the Attitude Era was pretty much over.
Wow.
Only watching when certain older wrestlers come back, and once they were done. Punk was right in the pipe bomb. It was just going to get worse. I will say that about Punk. Yes, he was correct. My feelings on CM Punk is a whole different thing. We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will simply say this. Yes, he was correct back then. It's only going to get worse. And it did. It took a while.
Mm-hmm.
It took it getting so bad that a whole new company had to be birthed.
Right.
Facts.
Absolutely.
So is this going to be another situation, like you said, where they just decide to just form their own company? Or because they claim to love they love WWE, but they claim to love professional wrestling.
Right. And if that, I think that's the question everyone has to ask themselves right now, right? It's like, are you a fan of professional wrestling and the professional wrestlers, or are you a fan of or your loyalty just lie to WWE no matter what it does? Because the problem is that Vince didn't think that anything he did would matter. And even though he's doing a big F you on the way out, I think that for me to just keep watching it like nothing happened, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I really need to take some time to sit with that and to see if this is true, and to see what that means, what this company is, what this looks like. And if the wrestlers start quitting and walking out, and people, I will not cross their picket line, and I will stop watching it too.
You know what? I'm going to go the opposite way. I will cross the picket line. This will be a house divided. It'll be A combos and B combos.
No,
wrestling.
It will be A having conversations with himself. I just said I didn't want to do it.
Wow, it'll be that show A, Caught Between Two Ferns. That's what it is. So, Annie, so good to see you here today. Welcome to A Combos Wrestling Edition.
You're just gonna do the split screen and then you'll answer yourself. That's
so what do you think about that, A?
Say, man, I think this is just the craziest thing in the world.
Well, that's really unfortunate, A.
Oh, how many people would watch that show with A interviewing himself, talking to himself?
And A divided against itself, A cannot stand. We must join. We must merge. Yeah, I don't know. But again, we're not saying we saw the confirmations from a lot of people. We saw a lot of it's rumored.
Right.
We're not saying that this is confirmed. Once it's splashed all over the news, like absolutely 1000% confirmed, we're going hot. This is more so just if this is the case.
Yeah.
But again, if this is the case, will WWE allow, or Vince allow Triple H to remain in charge of creative? I don't know. There's no denying this has been a better product with him being in charge. No denying that. But Vince's ego is pretty much unstoppable. He allowed it for about 8 months. He basically took an 8-month vacation. He just took a little hiatus, knowing he had this thing in his back pocket that he was going to pull out and wreck shop.
To the comment about Saudi women not complaining about it, that's not true. The only way that you would say that is if you've never tried to look this up. Like, put this in YouTube and see how many women who have escaped Saudi will tell you how important it is to help other women who want to escape from Saudi. In Saudi, they don't have the right to speak up and say they don't like something. You don't even have that right. They have no rights. So I'm not quite sure where you would get that information from. But I promise you, if you just Google or YouTube that, that's not accurate.
There are women here in this country who are of Saudi descent or Iranian descent that speak out against the
that's all they do is speak out against
in their
it,
country,
right?
And their lives are in danger.
Right.
They'll tell you right out of the gate. They can't just walk down the street freely thinking nothing will ever happen to them. But they're doing this because there's a greater purpose. There's a greater reason for this.
And
Change
if
has
they
got to
visited
come.
Saudi after speaking out against them, their life is absolutely in danger.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I'm
And let's just
very
say they go back
confused as to
there,
the
you never
comment.
see him again. That's, again, Roman's going to Hollywood. I don't know. But let me ask the question. Talking about Hollywood. WrestleMania this year, Los Angeles. Rumored The Rock to return to face his cousin. Does this, if this is true, because The Rock has to be sensitive to the situation and look at it as a whole, not just about the money and about the WWE, but about what this means for the women, what this means for the culture. Does he, if this was really something that was about to happen, does this actually, in fact, still take place?
No, instead he starts his own wrestling company and he brings on Triple H and Stephanie and he brings the bloodline over and everybody who wants to leave can come with him.
Could you imagine? Now you're cooking with Crisco. As a matter of fact, let's go down south. You're cooking with a little bit of lard. That's what you're doing. Lard's got the flavor.
The name of it will be the XWE.
The XW. Ooh.
Like the XFL. Come on, Rock. Go on and do it.
Anybody for the XWE? Ooh, I like it. Eva Marie, Maxine Dupree do not speak. Although I know the Glow channel loves Eva Marie. I know it was rumored she might be coming back. I don't see that happening if this is in fact true with Saudi Arabia. But I like it. AEW. Yeah.
AEW.
Well, AEW's got a pretty full roster as it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now, what other choice do you have? You got WoW, which we watch. AJ Lee, how are you? Or AJ Mendez, how are you? Good to see you. No, you don't see her. Do y'all see her? AJ Mendez. Here we go. Okay, she's been here for a while, but she's got her show, which is still a little rough around the edges, but it's getting there. But this is it. Like, as far as the big productions go, AEW bought Ring of Honor. I will probably imagine somebody might want to go to Impact. I don't know, but it's WWE and AEW on the stage and level as far as pro wrestling goes right now. It's right here. Everybody else is kind of down here. I don't know. And I wonder if this is rumored. Another reason why Sasha decided to go to New Japan, because in New Japan, they know how to work with their women.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon my language, this is a family show, but those women are badasses.
Right.
So I can't help but wonder if there was a rumored Saudi thing that she knew about. And you know what? I'm going to go to the other side of the globe and show the women in the WWE, all those that supported her on the tweets, and those that supported her in person, what supporting women really looks like. Makes me wonder. Russell's got to make more money now, so they'll be happy.
I mean, if that's all they care about, I would hope that there's many of them that care about more.
Sammy would have gotten paid if he went to Saudi Arabia. Big time paid. And he chose not to. Big time facts. It's not necessarily always about the money.
Right.
And we know what it's like to have not. Believe you me. That's why we do not take for granted this channel. We do not take for granted the super chats, that you guys want to take your hard-earned money and support us in the way that you do. We will forever be grateful to that. So we know what it's like to be in the lean times. We would much rather not be in the lean times, but we also have principles.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, are we willing to turn on our principles for money? And for us, the answer is no. And I hope that it's always no. But, this is, I still can't wrap my brain around it. And I just need some time to really sit with it and what that looks like for me. Because right now, I just don't want anything to do with it. I'm so disgusted.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much across the board. I mean, we have mixed feelings on it with a lot of people. Samantha Poole, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Samantha.
Well, it's a good time. I got AEW ticket floor seats. Woo!
Woohoo! Good job.
Wait. To what show? Out here? They're gonna be here tomorrow, right?
But she's not out here
I don't know.
unless
certain
she's
people.
visiting. I would think she would tell us if she was out here.
Maybe. Is this we're talking Los Angeles? We're talking LA? Because they're gonna be out here tomorrow. So and we were on the fence about it. We decided not to do it.
Shayla said she came back for the tribal chief. She'll leave when he dies.
I came with the tribal chief, and I'm gone with the tribal chief.
I
can
love the
respect
tribal
it.
chief, but I will not be loyal to him over my values.
Sonya Deville. Oh.
I won't. I won't be loyal to anybody over my values.
Okay, y'all heard it. The tribal chief is coming over here. Huh? Your tribal chief tells you to acknowledge Saudi Arabia. And you say?
No, I will not.
All right. Your news segment video was very funny. Thank you, Royal Times.
Thank you.
We did that, sporadically, and then we had gotten so busy with these reactions and everything that we kind of put it on the back burner. But with this news, we really felt the need to bring it back out. We did the character every now and then, so there'll be a little more. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Sonyaville is nice, and we want to get her on the show. I want to try to reach out to Sonya. If anybody's got Sonya's contact information, we want to get her on the show.
Yes, Marshmallow, we agree. Shame on him.
And is this DJ Marshmallow or just Marshmallow? It is DJ Marshmallow in the house. Thank you, DJ Marshmallow, for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Angel Claudio, people don't mind 2K doing these. I can't. Okay.
I will not keep an open mind. My mind is closed, and I know that. I like I said, I need some time to sit with this because my initial reaction is I'm over it. I'm so done. You want to say F you, then F you too. But I need to sit with it. I need some time. I need to really do some more research. And I'd like to see where the roster stands and where they're at with it,
There's already a lot of people like the XWE. Sophie's talking about there's already one called AEW. Hey man, there's plenty of room at the table.
Yeah, but it's not owned by The Rock and it doesn't have the bloodline. So if he could get Stephanie Triple H and to work together with him and bring his bloodline over, come on.
I think it's
I
think it's time. I think it's time. 2023 saw some really big changes. The end of 2022 did. We were hopeful 2023, but every new year, and I've said this to my mom every single year, what new BS, what new fresh BS will come of this new year? I try to go into the new year positive. I really do. And I do, but it's always some BS.
We went into this one positive, trying to be as positive as possible, but
it was a better year for us, professionally, personally. It was a good year to go into. Our channel is growing thanks to all of you. But this is just some hot mess. But I think if this is legit and these people walk out and Stephanie is gone and Triple H follows, if you can make it AEW, there can be another company.
absolutely.
WWE does not need to be the land of milk and honey. It just doesn't. If this is the case, and have potential to be under that new management.
Mm-hmm.
Now Vince is coming here. Take the nail out of that. Man. Yeah, take that down.
Yeah.
No. That's exactly what happened there. So I think that's about all I gotta say on this, man. Rock God's hands with XFL. Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have to run it himself because he brings in Triple H and Stephanie to run it.
True.
He's golden.
Thank you, Dave, for that super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave.
How we forget that the majority of the terrorists of 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia. Once the money is involved, we will forget.
Yeah, can you imagine? This would never have happened anywhere close to 9/11. But you're absolutely right. As the years go on, it's like whatever.
I've said that many a time. A little bit of time goes by, and we just kind of forget. Like I remember when 9/11 hit. I'll say this real quick, and we'll get out of here. So I mentioned this once before. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from that area of the country, and I was back home and I extended my trip, and I was going to extend my trip one more time, and I chose not to. I decided not to. I decided that was enough. It was time for me to come back. I flew out of the same airport, flew out of the same airline as the ones that hit the Twin Towers. I've had family members that have worked in the Twin Towers. I have been in the Twin Towers more times than I care to count. Had friends that worked in the Twin Towers. So when it happened, my mother called me, and it was crazy. And from that point, and for several years afterwards, once security and things tightened up at the airport, everybody was like, yes, that's it. Let's go get them. We'll do what we can. We'll do our part. Just like it always is in war. We'll do our part. We'll wait in line as long as it takes, as long as we're safe. And now you just get a little bit of time, a little distance away from that.
And you're just,
I can take my shoes off for this?
come on.
Why is it taking so long? I got to lift my hands up. Wait, I already did. Now you got to pat me down. It happens all the time. And it happens all, we're human. And this is just one of those things that helps us to regain sight of something that we lost sight of.
Right.
You know, and it puts something in a different perspective. You know, we watch the Saudi shows. Maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe this is something that is making us rethink our whole channel and what we do and what we review and what we react to. So I don't know. Something to think about. I love me some stiff Japanese wrestling. Yes! Yes! I tell her all the time, I love the good stiff hits. King of Strong style. It took my man Shinsuke Nakamura to go back home for us to remember what it is that my man can do. I apologize if I got a little excited. All I'm saying is, for anybody that saw that match, my man sucked the venom from his opponent's mouth and spit it back in his face.
I never want to see that again. You're talking about that as if that was something you want to see on a regular. I never want to see that. It was so disgusting.
King of Strong style.
So disgusting. That's not strong, that's gross.
But I'm saying Japanese wrestling.
It's a different level.
It's a different level.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come back to WWE and you just water you down. You know, all that good stuff we loved about you, just dial it back about 50, 60%.
That's I agree. I think Roman was going to Hollywood anyway. This might have moved his exit up.
Well, now's the time. Now's the time. Let's see who has the cojones, just like Sasha and Naomi, to drop the titles, walk out the door. How many people, if this is true, if they really feel some type of way about this and are not in agreement with it, can drop their titles and walk out the door? I wonder.
Thank you, Psycho 187er.
I challenge. William Rojas, how are you? Since there aren't any major company in the U.S. that seems like a good landing spot for women. Yeah, and honestly, WoW was kind of cool, but it's still a little lower on the totem pole. They gotta tighten some things up over there. I enjoy watching it. I want to talk to AJ about it. I really do.
I bet you do.
I really professional.
Mm-hmm.
We can invite her on the show. Invite her on the show. All right, y'all. So I think we went on our rant. There might be one more super chat from Three Dicklets. I think.
I think there is one from Three Dicklets that we need to get to.
Dro, Roman's going to Hollywood and work for Universal. Probably. Right now, I feel betrayed by WWE. I feel you. Such a cluster. Bleep. Rovell Times, thank you for censoring yourself. Family show.
Absolutely, though.
Hashtag goodbye WWE. Hashtag thank you, Stephanie. John Cena versus Omos. Oh my gosh. Is that even a contest? Because now it's so funny. We just released a couple of reactions. One of them was Bobby Lashley loved the fact that it hurt business.
It was
almost back in business. What happened to the Nigerian Giant? You know, things didn't work out with him. Then he comes crawling back to Bobby Lashley. Bobby.
I wonder if we'll see him again.
I don't know. Nobody returning to the Royal Rumble now. Okay, well, hey, we've said that. There were always big returns, especially with the women. I don't know. if you really are a WWE superstar, this is going to get out to any WWE superstar, and you feel some type of way about Saudi Arabia, if this is true, do you have the testicular fortitude to say no to WWE and hit the picket line?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. Triple H is all elite. That's hilarious. There you go. Big super chat by 3
Thank
Diglets.
you,
Thank you so
Diglets.
much. Tiffany Stratton has arrived, y'all. Well. Hey. And we apologize for having to do this live during NXT's time. For anybody that's watching
I know. It was just,
right now.
we just were trying to get in here as soon as we could to discuss this.
CM Punk's WWE. Thank you very much, 3 Diglets.
Thank you, 3
for
Diglets.
that. We're overreacting. I don't think so. I don't think so. Peace and love. People said that this whole Vince thing was an overreaction. Wasn't. We've seen it. We've lived through it. No, I don't think so.
You know what? I don't see. I mean, you know, if Saudi, okay, first of all, let's say that nothing changes, but you now know that when you buy products, when you purchase a pay-per-view, whatever, you're funding Saudi Arabia because this money is going back in to fund the country, right? So if that's the case, are we okay funding a country where we know the women are not free and where we know the women have no value? Is that who we are? Because it could be who you are, but that's not who I am. So if we find out at the end of the day that us participating in this product, I won't buy anything else from them ever again.
Yeah, you know, it's all
like
about,
I'm not giving money to something like that.
well, it's about the value of the women that you see. It's like I value a woman when I tell her to get in the kitchen and get the cooking. You know, I value her good cooking and her food.
People gonna jump.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Anyone who knows you knows you're kidding,
I'm
but
just
that's
kidding.
funny.
I'm just kidding. All right. Well, I think we're going to watch a little bit of NXT. I think that's it for us. We went on our rant. We went a little over an hour. We all feel some type of way. I think it's pretty divided a little bit. I don't want to say pretty divided. It's a little divided. Let's just see. You're right. We may have to go live every day. There might be some more breaking news
Right.
tomorrow.
We're probably going to see you guys tomorrow.
I'm scared to wake up tomorrow morning to say Triple H has stepped down. I think it's any day now. So again, anybody thinking that we're all overreacting? I don't think we're overreacting. You know, I just think they're taking something that we love, and there's concern. That's all. There's concern. So.
All right. Good night, everybody. We really appreciate you joining us.
Bone Crusher's dead asleep too. Look at her. She's wow. You know when you're asleep. Oh, there she goes. She's like, wait, I'm not asleep. But her eyes kind of rolling like the Undertaker. Thank y'all so much for joining us for this special breaking news live. Stephanie McMahon resigns from WWE. What is to come?
And WWE sells to Saudi, supposedly.
Is Triple H going to be next? Is Vince McMahon going to assume creative? Are wrestlers going to just business as usual? Or are they going to walk out? There's a lot that's going to be going on over the next several weeks. We don't even know, but we will be back to cover it. So make sure y'all come back. What's more A&B combos? Wrestling Edition. Thank you to all of the super chatters. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to everybody that stopped in. Please hit that like button on your way out if you didn't do it already.
Yes.
Thank you to all the OG members, and thank you to everybody that just said hi. We love and appreciate you guys so very much. This is some interesting news. This is interesting times, but y'all the real ones. And I think that's always a good way to end it, right? For anybody else that didn't show up in here, they the twos, and y'all the ones. Good night, everybody.
Good night.